Hello all. As you all know that we recently 25th Feb को we have received the result of CS Professional and CS Executive. जैसे कि सबको पता है कि CS Professional में यूनिक एकेडमी से we have AIR2 none other than Aditi Jain with us to guide all the students who are preparing in this upcoming exam December 2024 में either you are appearing for executive या फिर आप प्रोफेशनल के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो तो डोंट वरी एट ऑल शी इज द राइट पर्सन टू गाइड यू क्योंकि हम एज अ फैकल्टी तो आपको रोज ही आपको बोलते हैं कि पढ़ाई कैसे करना है बट वेन वी विल लिसन फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट कि उनका जर्नी कैसा था और उन्होंने प्रिपेयर कैसे किया एंड हाउ शी सिक्योर्ड टू लेवल रैंक वाई आई एम गिविंग दिस इनसाइट क्योंकि उनका एग्जीक्यूटिव में 6th रैंक है प्रोफेशनल में 2nd रैंक है तो आई थिंक शी इज द राइट पर्सन टू गाइड ईच एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट हु इज वर्किंग आउट फॉर द डिसम्बर अटेम्प्ट and I'm sure that her inputs will definitely give you so much of insight और effective पढ़ाई कैसे करना चाहिए and how to prepare for the rank ये सारा हम डिस्कशन करने वाले हैं आदित्य के साथ में यस आदित्य वेलकम टू यूनिवर्सिटी
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
कैसे हो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कैसे लग रहा है और ये सारा जो ये रिजल्ट का सीजन था मतलब 25th से लेके अभी 2 दिन हो गया रिजल्ट को तो ये सब कैसे रहा माहौल मतलब फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये रिजल्ट का जो हैप्पीनेस था वो जो न्यूज़ आपको कैसे मिली और ये सारा चीज़ बताना पड़ेगा
So, मैंने result check किया था and I just checked that I was passed in all groups and then पापा ने बोला कि rank list check कर ले because अच्छे marks आए हैं तो maybe rank आई है and I was like कि हाँ ठीक है मैं check करती हूँ but I went on Google and मुझे rank list नहीं मिली थी but suddenly one of my friends texted me that congratulations you've got AIR2 and I was like, मैंने तो rank list देखी भी नहीं. Please just text me the rank list. And then she texted me the rank list, and then I saw that I had the rank. So I was happy, but more than me, my parents were over the clouds. They were ecstatic.
Actually, means they consider this as a success of you plus all the entire
Yes.
family. No doubt. The tears of happiness is much more than the reward of just mark sheet. I must consider that.
Yes.
Just wanted to ask about your entire background. How was your study life? मतलब बचपन से लेके आपका सीएस का जर्नी तक कुछ जानना चाहूंगा आपका बैकग्राउंड कैसे था और आपका फैमिली बैकग्राउंड
So
पढ़ाई के लिए आपका ये सीएस वगैरह ये सब कुछ मतलब कैसे डिसाइड हुआ
So I was born and raised in Jaipur, and school life till 10th, I was like, I was always a good student, and even in 12th, I got 95 above percentage. And in 12th standard, when I was in school, some counselor came to school. They talked about CA, CS, and CMA courses, and out of all those three, I connected with CS the most because I was always into theory and law and everything. I like that. So I joined CS after that, and since then I have joined law as well, and I've now completed CS with ranks. I got sixth rank in executive and then second in professional.
जस्ट अमेजिंग मतलब इट्स द ड्रीम ऑफ एवरी स्टूडेंट आई मस्ट से मतलब नॉट इवन स्टूडेंट्स मतलब वी ऑल एज अ फैकल्टी आल्सो वी ड्रीम कि हमारे जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं दे मस्ट सिक्योर द रैंक्स और पास तो
Yes.
जस्ट एक फॉर्मेलिटी टाइप लगता है बट जब रैंक लाते हो तो मतलब और अभी तो आपको पता है कि इंस्टीट्यूट इज नॉट इवन गिविंग ऑल द एंटायर रैंक्स मीन्स
Yes, sir.
हार्डली 10 or 15 रैंक्स आर कमिंग एवरी अटेम्प्ट so coming to that 10 ka top 10 ka list, that too at second and sixth level, I don't think so much more than means any other student will expect much more than this. No doubt about it. It's a huge मतलब achievement. Second thing I want to ask कि CS professional का majorly आपका journey कैसे था?
सो सी एस प्रोफेशनल के लिए मैंने एक्चुअली लेट पढ़ना स्टार्ट किया था. आई क्लियर्ड एग्जीक्यूटिव इन 2022 अगस्त एंड आफ्टर दैट आई took a rest for a while. I completed my EDP and then I was busy with college and everything, and I skipped June attempt because my college exams were clashing and I didn't want to like focus on two things at one time, so I skipped June attempt.
So,
After that I
sorry to disturb.
June 23.
You did your EDP first.
Yes, sir. I did my EDP first. After clearing executive, I immediately enrolled in EDP first.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Then I completed my classes after that, everything, and even I wasn't like very structured in my studies with CS. I completed most of the people they complete classes like 2 3 months back at least. No, I completed my classes in November itself, and it's like I was around 30th November. Even I was still completing my classes. But I was one thing I was very consistent with was that whatever I'm studying in classes, I will have to revise it up daily, and then before moving on to a next chapter I will always try and remember and solve the questions of the previous chapter first. That was the consistency I had.
Okay. So you did your entire classes by, let's say, November, right?
Yes, sir, from online lectures.
Okay. And after that, how you plan your self-study?
With self studies, I was like, I since I had recorded classes for all these subjects, it was at my pace that I watched. If I wanted to watch them, for example, today I'm going to watch SACDD only, then I did just that because, and I completed a chapter from lectures, and then I went ahead and straight away I learned it everything and learned everything, and then I solved all the questions from previous year papers. I directly went to the ICSI website and got the previous papers to solve first, and then I moved on to the next chapter. So that was all the self study that I did.
Okay. You did writing practice as well. Means test series or something.
Writing practice, well, for especially for subject like SACDD, I, well, not really writing practice, but in the sense that I looked up all the questions and then I would say the answers in my head, like all the answers, I would structure them in my head. How would I write it? Then I would go to the suggested answers of the institute and then I would match it up, and then how much am I able to get exactly what the suggested answer says.
Great, great, great. And what was the subject you studied from Unique?
So I did SACDD from Unique.
Okay. And how was the journey of entire Unique classes? I guess you were in CS Executive also, right?
Yes,
And-
sir. I did everything from Unique in CS Executive,
Okay.
and I did SACDD in here. And so, well, everyone knows कि आपके जितना जो practical insights है वो तो I don't think SACDD में और कोई भी देता होगा. मतलब SACDD में from the starting you were always like कि हम लोग practical life में इस तरीके से करते हैं. And it was like first step जो होता है base is like understanding you have to do first, and that was all because of you. You were like so detailed with all your lectures. Normally teachers would just complete it up and wrap it up fast, but you were like no, you have to write down these notes as well, and you always made us write notes in class. And so it was so huge. It was such a huge contribution from your side that I just can't explain it.
Means a lot to us. And how you did the revision basically? Most of the students are facing so much of difficulty uh, after the completion of class. Generally, all the students start their classes,
Hmm.
complete it, and when it comes to self-study, like last 3 months of the preparation, that time they lack the concentration or sometimes clarity of mind, or sometimes even they are not consistent. So I wanted your advice or suggestion to those students who are right now into that preparation zone of self study, or few people are doing their classes, and what is the importance of writing. So just wanted your input on this.
So, for revision, I think what I did was that every night I would try to revise in my head whatever I had learned for the whole day. Then I would sleep and then wake up in the morning and do the same thing again. And that proved so effective that 95% of the content that I learned, I never had to open the books again, and 95% of the content was already set in my mind. So, even if someone is revising, then just revising it once it is not enough. You have to close the book and then say it everything in your head once or twice in the following days or so, so that you can actually tell whether you are able to remember it just when you are revising or even in the future you are trying to remember.
Great. And most of the students are having the phobia of the exam days, means those 9 days of the exam, and one day
Hmm.
before exam, how to plan, how to read the entire subject, and how to summarize. So I wanted your input on that particular point.
So even for the last day, I always stuck with modules. I never made up notes of my own, and I did nothing of that sort. But while revising, you have to look at the important chapters first. If you know that this chapter has a great weightage of marks, then first you have to complete that up. um, I came home by 6 p.m. From the exams, and then for 1 hour I would eat and then rest for an hour. And then from 7 I would start to revise. I would first pick up the most important chapters that I have to revise in detail. Then for the rest of the chapters, I just saw the headings, because you have already completed it once, and examiner doesn't know that you haven't revised it the day before. So you just have to look at the headings of those topics and just form great answers in paper, and that's all it takes.
Great, superb. The clarity in mind which you have is just amazing, I must tell you. The most important thing where students are facing difficulties is one more aspect of writing in the exam hall. Means those particular 3 hours, how to tackle those 3 hours. Means how to plan and how. I guess you were given that 15 minutes additional break also. Means
Yes,
additional
sir.
time for the reading. How to use that
Mhm.
minutes and how to write down the paper. Particularly how to manage the 3 hours time for all the subject I mean to ask.
So, first of all, I would look at the parts. If the syllabus is divided into parts, I would look at the first question of every part in those 15 minutes. If there was a question that I didn't know, if the first question was something that I didn't know from that part, then I would skip that part entirely and then move on to something that I did know. Because otherwise, I would always be fixated on that particular question because I didn't know it. Then I would try to find a part that I would start my paper with. I would solve that part in my head and then move on to reading all the questions in those 15 minutes. But basically, I would strategize how am I going to start writing my paper, which part am I going to attempt first and which next.
Super, super. Uh, and those students who are preparing for this December attempt, now they are
Mm,
having almost, sorry, June 2024 attempt. Now they are having for
mm.
3 months. And as you know, the June attempt start in the first week itself.
Yes,
Just
sir.
in December, it goes with the last.
Mhm.
Generally, they have lesser amount of time. So, and so much of distraction is also there. Now, yes, people are struggling with IPL will be there. Some wedding season will be coming, and so many disturbance. How you did your entire study life means executive time and professional time. How you manage all these distractions and this study part.
So mostly I'm not someone who just pours herself into studies and like go for 12, 18 hours. I cannot do that. I literally, before my exams in November, there was World Cup, right? So I watched the whole World Cup. I did, and I celebrated festivals and everything I did. But you just have to be consistent and you have to be 100% there when you are actually studying. Longer hours doesn't make a difference, but the hours that you are putting in, they must be 100, they must have 100% of your attention.
Super means after coming to know that you have seen entire World Cup, I'm amazed to see this. Means you have managed every single thing. And when
Yes.
you were doing the studies, entirely you were into study. Means all the day,
Yes.
all you did is just effective studies, right?
Yes, sir.
Super, super. And one major question, how your family supported you in this entire journey? Means your CS journey and you're doing LLB, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
You are into the fourth year. So how entire family is helping you in this?
So around November end, I found out that my CS exams and my LLB exams were going to clash, and I had like three papers. 3 days I gave CS exams as well as LLB exams also. In SACDD, RCD, and then MCS, those three papers were clashing. So I went total ballistic that I'm going to fail both of them, and I cannot flunk both of them because my classes were ending and everything was there. But so my parents just sat me down and they said that even if you flunk in both of them, we just don't care. You just give your 100%. Don't let it tense you, or just don't let it affect your mind. अपना best try कर. नहीं हो पाता है, then we'll give it next attempt.
Super.
That's
So much of support you had in your entire journey.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we can't even imagine how our journey will be without our parents and entire support.
Yes, sir. बिल्कुल.
And what is your future plan? You're done with CS और अभी आपका LLB भी चल रहा है. So
Yes.
what is your passion? Basically, are you going for the corporate world or practice or what?
So no, I am interested in corporate itself. So I'm going to start finding internships now.
Okay, so you'll be doing your internship and after that corporate only.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other further studies you will be interested in? As people are struggling, the sir CS के साथ क्या करना चाहिए and what should be done
Hmm.
after CS because lot many students are having this type of queries right now. And I guess your age is hardly 21 or 22. So you have
Yes, sir.
ample amount of time for the further study.
Hmm.
What is your plan with respect to studies as well?
So, abhi to I have just plans to complete my LLB first, and then if the opportunity presents, then I really do like studying, so I would like to keep doing it. But with CS, if I were to recommend, then I think LLB is the greatest course you can pair with CS because both most of the contents are same. So, and even if you want to plan something else in CFA or it's a good option then.
Okay, great. Uh, to sum up, needed three formulas, the formula for your success, and the three formulas which the major mistake which the student should avoid. Three things which contributed in your success, and three things which students should avoid in their studies.
So well, first is always study from the module. आप हमेशा से module से पढ़ाते हो, and that's what I also preferred. Even till the last day, I always use the modules. Second is that students don't do enough writing practice. Um, what I personally believed is that I should improve my legal language skills. If I would just substitute some words, not write but, write provided that instead of but, and just correctly punctuate your acts and sections, even that makes a huge difference. So just work on your language skills. And then third is, of course, and the most basic step is you have to find the best understanding of your subject, and that would help with the lectures would you have to get the right lectures and you have to watch them with 100% concentration.
Super. And as you rightly said about the lectures, how do you
Hmm.
find the lectures of SATD?
सर बहुत डिटेल्ड एंड बहुत ही प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज के साथ में लेक्चर्स थे। एक बार भी ऐसे नहीं लगा कि आप एग्जाम्स के लिए पढ़ा रहे हो। यू वर जस्ट लाइक कि कल तुम्हें जाकर के प्रैक्टिस करना है एंड यू हैव टू जस्ट गो फ्रॉम देयर, एंड उसी लेवल की नॉलेज भी आपने दी है। सो इट वाज द बेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस।
Thank you so much for giving your valuable time. And I hope you will continue this successful journey even in LLB and whatever things you will do in your life. Many
थैंक
many
यू सर।
congratulations once again. And I hope
थैंक यू
कि
सर।
ये जैसे आपका सीएस का जर्नी रहा है बाकी भी कोर्सेज या भी कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड जो भी आप आगे करोगे यूनिक एकेडमी विल बी ऑलवेज देयर विथ यू आपको कभी भी कुछ लगे तो यू कैन कॉन्टेक्ट अस एंड
यस।
we will be glad to have you for the students and if students want any guidance so we'll be call you for their guidance seminars and everything.
श्योर सर, थैंक यू।
Yes.
थैंक यू सर।